Hello, my name is Subhendu Das and I am your mathematics teacher at Menata, and today I am going to teach you one of the most important topic of grade 10, that is polynomials। और इसका लेक्चर नंबर 1 होने वाला है। पहले क्लास में हम इसको पढ़ेंगे, तो इसे आप कह सकते हो कि इंट्रोडक्शन है। पहले हमें जानना है कि पॉलिनोमियल्स होता क्या है। सो पॉलिनोमियल्स ये होता है कि एन एक्सप्रेशन, अगर कोई एक्सप्रेशन है और इसका फॉर्म क्या है, ऑफ द फॉर्म p of x, it will be equals to a0 then a1x plus a2x square. So in this way up to anx raised to the power n. So you can check that the power is in the increasing order, where an is not equals to 0. It is called the polynomial in x of degree n. यहाँ पे x का पॉलिनोमियल जिसकी डिग्री n है। ओके, जहां पे आपको ये पता चलेगा कि a0, a1, a2, ये up to an, all these are the real numbers. These are the real numbers and the powers are non-negative, and the powers of x are non-negative. It is non-negative, ये पॉजिटिव होगा, और x की पावर पॉजिटिव, उसके साथ साथ a0, a1, a2 अप टू an ये रियल नंबर्स होना चाहिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, first example 3x plus 5, you have to find its degree. So look at degree of x, that is 1, so it is also a polynomial. In x of degree 1, इसकी डिग्री क्या है, 1 है। तो ये पॉलिनोमियल इसे हम क्यों कहेंगे क्योंकि इसमें जो टर्म्स है, कितना टर्म्स है देख सकते हो, 1 2, सो एक से ज्यादा टर्म्स हैं, तो इसे हम कहेंगे पॉलिनोमियल्स। पॉली मीन्स ज्यादा, नोमियल्स मीन्स टर्म्स, तो यहाँ पे 2 टर्म्स है, तो इसे हम कहेंगे ये भी पॉलिनोमियल है, जहां पे x की डिग्री जो है वो है 1। नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल आप देख सकते हो, if we write the second example, 8x square minus 5x plus 3, it is also a polynomial because 1 2 3 terms are there, so and it is connected with two operations, so it is also called the polynomial. जहां पे भी आपको एक से ज्यादा टर्म दिखेगा उसे हम कहेंगे पॉलिनोमियल। हालांकि उसका नाम भी है, अगर एक टर्म्स है उसको हम कहेंगे पॉल मोनोमियल, 2 टर्म्स है बाइनोमियल, 3 टर्म्स है आप ट्राइनोमियल भी बोल सकते हो, और पॉलिनोमियल वहां से स्टार्ट हो जाएगा। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाए, यहाँ पे हमने देखा कि ये पॉलिनोमियल है और इसकी हाईएस्ट डिग्री क्या है। यहाँ पर अगर हाईएस्ट डिग्री हम देखेंगे, यहाँ पर 1 है, यहाँ पर 2 है, तो हाईएस्ट डिग्री क्या है, 2 है, तो ये भी एक पॉलिनोमियल है। तीसरा हम एक देख लेते हैं, तीसरा है ये 2y² प्लस 4/9, अच्छा इसको वाई क्यूब कर लेते हैं, 2y³ प्लस 4/9y² माइनस 5y प्लस 3, ये क्या पॉलिनोमियल है, बिल्कुल पॉलिनोमियल है। कितनी टर्म्स है, 4 टर्म्स है, सो इट इज ऑल्सो पॉलिनोमियल। And you have to find the highest degree of y in y of degree, यहाँ पे हाईएस्ट डिग्री आपको ढूंढना है. What will be the highest degree here? 3. That means this. So it is also called the polynomial. For example, if we write the fourth, where 3z raised to the power 4 minus 5z cube plus 2z square minus 8z plus 7 ये दिया गया है, तो it is also a polynomial. So 3, 4, 5 terms are there, so that means it is also a polynomial. Is a polynomial. ये भी इसका पॉलिनोमियल है, जहां पे हमें पता है क्या, z की जो पावर है हाईएस्ट पावर 4 है, तो इन z ऑफ डिग्री, z का हाईएस्ट डिग्री क्या है? 4 है, सो डिग्री 4. ओके, सो यहाँ पे हमें जितनी टर्म्स है उसके अकॉर्डिंग इसका नाम है. तो अगर एक टर्म्स है उसको हम कहेंगे मोनोमियल, अगर दो टर्म्स है उसको हम कहेंगे बाइनोमियल, अगर तीन टर्म्स है तो उसको हम कहेंगे ट्राइनोमियल. ठीक है, तो अगर 3+ टर्म्स हैं, ये सब किसके अंडर आएगा? पॉलिनोमियल्स के अंडर. ये सब आएगा पॉलिनोमियल्स के अंडर. ठीक है, मतलब ये बाइनोमियल, ट्राइनोमियल, ये भी पॉलिनोमियल्स के अंदर ही आएगा. सो द if there is one term it is called monomial, if there are two terms it is called binomial, if three terms trinomial, and more than 3 all comes under polynomials. Now we have to learn about the quadratic polynomial. First we will learn about how many types of polynomials are there. Okay, so it is various types of polynomials are there. The first we will learn about the linear polynomial. What is linear polynomial? Linear polynomial is a polynomial where the degree should be 1. A polynomial of degree 1, जहां पे आपको डिग्री 1 दिखेगा जिस पॉलिनोमियल को, उसको हम कहेंगे लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल, इज कॉल्ड लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल. Now we will check about the examples. For example, 3x minus 5, two terms are there, so that means it is a polynomial, and the degree of x is 1, that means it is comes under linear polynomial. For example, you can write root 2x plus 7. So here two terms are there and the degree of x is 1, so that means it is also the example of linear polynomial. You can write this x minus 3 by 4. How many terms are there? Two terms are there, and the power or the degree of x is 1, so that means it is called the linear polynomial. So now the second type of polynomial, that will be quadratic polynomial. Now in this quadratic polynomial, where it will be a polynomial but its degree must be 2, so it is called quadratic. So it is called the quadratic polynomial. For example, if we take example that is 3x square plus 5x plus 4, let's check how many terms are there. 1, 2, 3. So that means it is a trinomial or it is comes under polynomial, and the power or the degree of x is 2. So if degree is 2, we can call it is a quadratic polynomial. Another example, if it is, you can write y square minus 3y plus root 3. It is also called the quadratic polynomial. Why? Because it is a polynomial and the highest power of y is 2. So this 2 denotes that it is a quadratic polynomial. Now we will read about the third type, that will be cubic polynomial. From the name you can understood what it means. It means the power should be cube form. That means power should be 3. So a polynomial of degree 3 called cubic polynomial. So for example, 2x cube plus 4x square plus 2x plus 4. So it is a cubic polynomial. Why? Because the power of x highest power is 3. That means it is a cubic polynomial. Now we will learn about the biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial. What is biquadratic polynomial? A polynomial of degree 4. So when a polynomial has degree 4, is called biquadratic polynomial. So for example, 2x raised to the power 4 plus 3x cube plus 7x square plus 4x plus 3. So here 5 terms are there. That means it is a polynomial and the highest power of x is 4. That means it is a biquadratic polynomial. Now we will learn in which form we can write the linear polynomial. So linear polynomial, the forms of polynomials. So if it is a linear polynomial, we know that the power should be 1. And how we can write, what is the form to write this linear polynomial? Very easy. It will be p of x equals to ax plus b. In this form you can write, where a is not equals to 0. We have already saw some examples on this. For example, 3x plus 5, you can take that this is the linear polynomial. The next one, the quadratic polynomial. How we can write quadratic polynomial? Quadratic polynomial we can write in the form px is equals to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equals to 0. So let's see one example. So if it is 2x square plus 3x plus 5, it is an example of quadratic polynomial. Now the third one, we will see how to write the cubic polynomial. What is the form to write cubic polynomial? Cubic polynomial we can write in the form p of x is equals to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. In this form you have to write, where a is not equals to 0. Let's see some examples. So the examples are, you can take z cube plus 2z square minus 3z plus root 3. You can write this, where the maximum power is 3. Now fourth one, biquadratic polynomial should be in the form of, बाइक्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल को हम किस फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं? सो p ऑफ x इट विल बी ax raised to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e, in this form. So if we check an example, we can clearly understood this. 2x raised to the power 4 plus 7x cube plus 6x square plus 4x plus 5. So that is biquadratic polynomial where a must be not equals to 0. If a will be 0, then the total value of this becomes 0. Then it will be a cubic polynomial then. Okay, that is why you, in this biquadratic polynomial, the first term, that means ax raised to the power 4, where a is not equals to 0, because this is the highest power. Okay, now value of a polynomial. At given point. How we can find the value at a given point? For example, px is 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. Then it is asking to find the value of p of 2. So that means the value of x is 2. Just put the value of x 2. And here the value of x is 2. Just put the value, we'll get the answer. So what will be the value? 2 raised to the power 2, 4, 4 to the 8 minus 6 plus 5. That will be 7. So p of 2 is 7. Now if it is asking to find p of minus 1, so it will be 2, x is minus 1, so minus 1 square minus 3 into minus 1 plus 5. So it will be 2 plus minus minus, that means plus 5. So the value is 10. So if value of x is given, you can find any value of a polygon, because polynomial. If any point is given, here the point is given that x is 2, here the point is given that x is minus 1, you can find the value of the polynomial. Now we will read about the most important thing, that is zeros of polynomial. What are the zeros of the polynomial? For example, if it is given that p of x is 2x square minus 2x plus 3, what is the zero of this? So here we first we need to find the zeros. So what is zero? A real number alpha is called the zeros of a polynomial. But why it is called a zero? Because here polynomial px is given, where alpha is a root, and that means alpha is a zero of this polynomial. So that means actually here, okay, P of alpha should be 0. That is the main thing. Okay, if P of alpha is 0, then we can say it is a 0. For example, if Px is this, then what is the 0 of the polynomial? You need to check. So first we check the P of 3. It is, okay, so it is minus 3. So P of 3. So the value of x is 3. So put it. So 2x square or x square. Okay, so I'm taking x square. Okay, so yes, first we need to check it is 0 or not. So 3 square 9 minus 6 minus 3. Now we can find that it is 0. That means we can say that 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. Of the given polynomial. Okay, because if you put the value of x is 3, you get the entire value becomes 0. That means this 3 is the 0 of the given polynomial. That means alpha is equals to 3. So that means the root is equals to 3. Now again, if we put the value minus 1 here, but you will get minus 1 square minus 2 into minus 1 minus 3. So it will be 1 plus 2 minus 3. Again you get 0. So that means here we can say minus 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial. So minus in the, if you put the value minus 1, you will get 0. That means it is the 0 of the polynomial. So suppose this kind of example is given. Suppose P of x will be equals to 3x square minus 7x plus 2. Then find the value of P of 2. How we can do? Just put the value x is 2. So 3 x raised to the so that x means 2. So 2 raised to the power 2 minus 7 into 2 plus 2. So 12 minus 14 plus 2. Let's check it is also 0. It gives you the value 0. That means here we can say 2 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Next question, if it is asking, next example, 4x cube, that is px is equals to 4x cube plus 3x plus 7. Now find the value of p of minus 1. That means the value of x is minus 1. Let's check p of minus 1. It will be 4 into minus 1 cube plus 3 into minus 1 plus 7. So that means it will be minus 1 cube, that will be minus 1 into 4 minus 4. Here 3 minus 3 plus 7. So what it value? It values is 0. That means we can say minus 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Okay, so you can find the 0 if the entire value becomes 0, in which value that will be the 0 of the given polynomial. यहाँ पे आपको क्या मिल रहा है कि -1 पुट करने पर ये जो पॉलिनोमियल था उसका वैल्यू 0 आ रहा है, तो मतलब -1 ये पॉलिनोमियल का 0 है, मतलब रूट है। सो आज हमने क्या क्या सीखा यहाँ पे। फर्स्ट हमने पढ़ा पॉलिनोमियल। पॉलिनोमियल को आप किस फॉर्म में लिख सकते हो, पी ऑफ एक्स इज a0 प्लस a1x प्लस a2x स्क्वायर प्लस डॉट 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 अप टू an x रेज टू द पावर n, where an should not be 0, otherwise it will be becomes 0, that is why. And the power of x, it is always non-negative, that means positive. Now if example 3x plus 5, where we find the degree of x, the power of x is 1. Now in the second example, for in this polynomial 8x square minus 5x plus 3, you can see the highest value you have to take, that is 2. The highest power is 2. Then in the third example, 2y cube minus 4 by 9 y square plus 3 minus 5y plus 3. It is also a polynomial because more than one terms it is called a polynomial. So it is also a polynomial. And you have to look at the power of the y. The highest power is 3. So that means the degree is 3. And the fourth example, the highest power of z is 4. So that means it is degree is 4. Now when the terms are 1, that is called the monomial. If two terms or more than two terms, that is called the polynomials. And it has also different names, but all this comes under polynomials. So what is a linear polynomial? When in a polynomial the highest degree is 1, that is called the linear polynomial. And we can write in the form of f of x is ax plus b in this form. Now quadratic polynomial, a polynomial where the degree or the highest degree should be 2. For example, 3x square plus 5x plus 4. Now check, the highest degree of x is 2. That means it is called the quadratic polynomial. Now comes the cubic polynomial. If it is a cubic polynomial, that means the degree must be 3. And by biquadratic, the degree is 4, or the highest degree is 4, that is called the biquadratic polynomial. Now how we can write this? If it is a linear polynomial, we can write ax plus b in this form. If it is quadratic polynomial, px is ax square plus bx plus c in this form, where a always not equals to 0. Now the cubic polynomial, it is in the form of ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equals to 0. Now biquadratic polynomial, you can write in this form ax raised to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e, where a is not equals to 0. Now if any point is given, you can find the value of polynomial easily. For example, p of x is 2x square minus 3x plus 5, and it is given that x is 2. Just put the value of 2, you will get a value 7. If p of minus 1 is given, in that given point, what is the value of this polynomial? It becomes 10. Now what is the 0 of the polynomial? So a real number alpha is a 0 of a polynomial. When p of alpha, it is 0, that means the entire value becomes 0. In which value of alpha? That shows that it is the 0 of the polynomial. For example, if px is x square minus 2x minus 3, then put the value x is 3. If we put the value x is 3, you will get the entire value becomes 0. That means we can say that alpha is 3. That means the 0 is 3. Now minus 1, if you put the value of x minus 1, you will also get the entire value of the polynomial is 0. In which value it is 0? The value of alpha is minus 1. That means minus 1 is the 0 of this given polynomial. Then which did lots of questions. That means I'm taking the example that is 4x cube plus 3x plus 7, and find the value of p of minus 1. Now we check, if we put the value of x is minus 1, you will get entire value becomes 0. That means minus 1 will be the 0 of the given polynomial. सो आज हमने ये किया है, तो बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमने बिल्ड किया है और इसका इंट्रोडक्शन क्लासेस हमने किया है। तो आई होप आपका डाउट क्लियर हो गया है और आपने एंजॉय किया है। सो थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। आई होप यू एंजॉयड एंड ऑल द डाउट्स is clear. Thank you.